All right, well, Chief, can you tell me a little bit about how you guys found out about Mr. Cotton and what led this investigation and the arrest?
Sure, we received a telephone call from another law enforcement agency in the state of Illinois that was asking about Dennis Cotton being a registered sexual predator with our department. And they had said that they had heard that he was acting as an umpire for the IHSA, the Illinois High School Association, for local elementary schools. So we said we didn't, when they register with us, they have to tell us any type of an employment, and there was no record whatsoever of him doing that. So our detective at Swansea immediately jumped on this case and started working with local schools, and we had determined that, in fact, he had been acting as an IHSA official, actually being an umpire in an elementary baseball game. And we knew that his registration, where it was coming up right during that time, so we coordinated the time frame where he came in. An interview was conducted with him. Subsequent to the totality of the investigation and the interview, he was placed into custody, and St. Clair County State's Attorney Brendan Kelly's office issued a felony warrant along with 4 misdemeanor warrants. St. Clair County Judge John Barasivic signed the warrant and issued a $40,000 bond. He is currently in the St. Clair County Jail.
You found he was officiating games at Smithton. Were there any other schools that you found out, or was it just in that district?
Well, that's part of the reason that we wanted to do this press release, is we want local schools to be aware of this. When we called the IHSA and had a discussion with them, and they were very professional, but that was the first that I think most schools that we had talked to had any idea that the only background check that the IHSA does is self-reporting. So there's a question on the application: are you a child sex offender? And if you mark no, within 5 minutes you get the credentials. Now, speaking with the IHSA professionals, they have discussed background checks and have been working towards that. I also have to say that the local school that we've worked with, where this happened in Smithton, from the onset was fantastic to work with and assisted the investigation in every aspect. They're as shocked as I think many other schools are going to be that there was no background check done.
I'm sure some parents are shocked out there. They go out to watch their boy or girl play on a weekend in some school event, and here you just assume that the people who are officiating the games and everybody involved is on the up and up. What kind of red flags does this bring?
Well, that's a great point. When you go to watch your loved one, your little kiddo, play baseball, you assume that the person who's wearing a patch on their sleeve, standing behind your child at the home plate, has had a background check in one way or another. So I think we've uncovered a fault in the system by this. Luckily, there was no injuries or anything that occurred beyond a registration failure there. And as a team, I think the schools are going to get together. I've already talked to several of them and do what they have to do to fix this loophole, basically.
Yeah, there were no incidents with Mr. Cotton and any students.
That's correct. That's correct. In fact, the investigation revealed at no time was he ever alone with any children at any of these schools.